Didik TV KPM.
Welcome back to Didik TV KPM, and we are in the process of learning Science DLP for Year 6, which is microorganism, growth factors and its effects. Alright, teacher. So, I think we shall proceed to get deeper information about this topic. So, shall we?
Okay. Alright. Hi, everyone. So
Hello.
now what we are going to do is we are going to explore what are the factors that affect the growth of microorganisms. So before we proceed, let us think about something. Why do we see moles growing? I'm sure every one of us have encountered seeing moles growing on food.
Yes.
For example, in front of you, Irfan, can you see?
Yep.
Can you show the mango?
The mango, you can see this is a lot of moles.
Look at that mango. There are black spots on it, and that is actually mold. Mold is a type of fungi. So why do moles grow almost everywhere? Sometimes on our bags, or if you have seen damped boxes, or even papers that are damp.
And I also see it on leather items, teacher.
Yes, leather items and also ceilings which have water on it. So why do these microorganisms grow? Wait, I thought microorganisms cannot be seen with our naked eyes. So how come we can see it growing on the mango, on the ceiling, on the leather products? Well, it's because one unit of microorganism is really small. But when they grow not in hundreds, not in thousands, but in millions.
In millions?
So what you are seeing right now on that mango are actually millions of moles.
Oh no!
So that is why we can see now, because they have grown. So we have learned science process skills. The first one is observing. So when we observe these things, we must think, is it good or bad? Does it bring any harmful effects, or there's nothing to worry about? So that is why we need to put on our thinking cap and do a little bit of investigation. So I will explain to you. Where moles can grow on food, on wall ceilings, on wood, clothes, like we have mentioned just now. All right. So there are actually 5 factors that affect the growth of microorganisms. So I'm going to spell it out for you, and let's see if we can make investigations on it to prove that these 5 factors really do affect the growth of microorganisms. Okay, I can conclude the factors as TONA, the acronym TONA. What is TONA? Okay, the first one is suitable temperature. T.
Okay, T, temperature.
Okay. And then the presence of air.
Alright, surrounding.
And then the presence of water. And also the presence of nutrients. And last but not least, suitable acidity. So if you want to remember easily, you can use the acronym TONA. So suitable, present, suitable. So suitable temperature, presence of air, water and nutrients, and last but not least, suitable acidity. So how are we going to investigate on these things? Well, we can use things around us, things that you usually see. Okay, I'm going to show you the first demonstration, and the rest will be shown by our friends in online. Okay, shall we start the first one?
Yes,
okay.
Let's go.
I will show you, or Irfan will help me to show how the presence of air can actually affect the growth of microorganisms. Okay, Irfan, can you please show the mushroom inside the vacuum sealed pack?
Alright, so it is the second plate here. So this is the one in mushroom in a vacuum. Okay.
Okay. So because we are going to investigate the presence of air, that means we need to put air as the manipulated variable. That means we must make sure that air does not have any contact with the subject, which is the mushroom. So because that is why we use vacuum sealed pack. And the next one is just a normal mushroom. We don't put it in a vacuum sealed pack. We just put it on the table and leave it on the table overnight at room temperature. Okay, Irfan, can you show the next one?
Yep, this is the result. after we left.
After we have left it for, I think it took about 3 days.
3 days?
Yes. Okay. Lift both.
Lift
Irfan.
both, okay. We can
so
see the
you
difference.
can see now the difference. The ones in the vacuum sealed pack, they still look fresh. And there's no microorganism growing on it, right? But the one that we just put it out on the table, there are molds. What color are the molds? Can you see, Irfan?
White color.
White molds, and
Okay.
the plastic is just to protect us,
Yeah.
to protect Irfan.
I don't want to touch it.
Okay, so that is not
Okay.
vacuum sealed. It's just we just put it on the table and I wrap it so that it won't harm anyone.
Yeah. Thank you.
So after we have observed after 3 days, we can come to a conclusion that yes, presence of air really affect the growth of microorganism. It is proven with the vacuum sealed mushrooms. There are no microorganisms growth on it. So without the presence of air, microorganisms almost cannot grow.
Almost cannot grow.
Okay. So enough about me talking. Let's hear from our friends. Okay. What have they done? What have they investigated? Okay.
See.
Who wants to start first? Okay. Mia. Okay, Mia.
The first investigator.
Okay.
Let's go.
I did an experiment to investigate organisms' growth. I used milk as my subject. I placed the milk in 3 different temperatures. The first one, A, is placed in the fridge.
Okay.
Then I boiled the next one, B, and pour it into a thermal flask. And the last glass of milk, C, was placed in room temperature. After 3 days, this is my observations. Milk A is still good, and is still cold.
Okay.
Milk B is still warm and look good.
Okay. Oh, all right. So is it warm?
Is it
Yes,
still warm?
it is.
Oh, after 3
Can
days.
can you still smell it? Can you smell it?
But the smell turned a little bit sour.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Milk C has a very foul smell.
Oh, foul smell.
And
Ooh.
if you can look at it, it has lumps and turned yellowish.
Oh,
Turns
yeah.
yellowish. Okay.
Thank God we cannot smell from here, right, Irfan?
Yes, not from the studio.
Okay. I think you can put that away, Mia.
Yes, thank you so much for investigating that.
Okay. So Mia has done the investigation about the suitable temperature, where she used very low, where she put it in the fridge, and very high, where she boiled it first and put it in a thermal flask, and last but not least, in room temperature. So your conclusion, Mia?
So from this result, I can conclude that room temperature is most suitable for growth of microorganisms.
So room temperature is the most suitable temperature for microorganisms growth. Okay, thank you so much, Mia. Okay, now can we hear from someone else to tell us about their investigation?
Yep, who's
Who wants
next?
to go next? Oh, okay, Bella.
Christabella.
I did an experiment to investigate about the presence of water for microorganism growth. I used bread as my subject. The first bread, A, was toasted until brown. Then I put it in a bag and left it on the table. For bread B, just the bread from its original pack, and I left it on the table in a plastic bag. And the final one, bread C, I sprinkled some water on it and put it in a plastic bag and left it on the table. After 3 days, this is my observation. For bread A, nothing is changed. Nothing is changed, no growth or whatsoever.
Okay.
For bread B, I observed that there are some white spots over here.
Okay.
Right. Moles are there.
And for bread C, I can see that there are some molds, but it is in blue. The color is blue.
The color is blue. Different kind of
Yes.
mold. I think.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your conclusion?
I can conclude that microorganisms cannot grow without the presence of water.
Oh, okay. That means she tested it with bread.
Yep.
The first one, what did you do with it? You toasted it, right? And one thing we noticed that Bella puts her bread inside a plastic bag.
A plastic bag, yes.
That is a very good move because that is to prevent us from actually touching or inhaling. We don't know that microorganisms might get into your respiratory system, right? So that is a very good move, Bella. Okay, thank you so much, Bella. Okay, shall we move on to the next investigation? Whose turn is it now? Oh, okay, Akil, Daniel, go on.
Okay, Akil, you may proceed.
I did an experiment to investigate about the presence of nutrients for microorganism growth. I used distilled water and fresh milk as my subject.
Okay.
This is because water has no nutrient, while fresh milk has nutrients in it. After one day, the fresh milk has sour smell
Sour smell,
and then
okay.
turned yellowish and lumpy.
Oh, the visual is still clear. Alright.
Okay.
From the result, I can conclude that microorganisms can only grow with the presence of nutrients.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much, Akil. Yes, that proves to us like if we leave just tap water or distilled water like Akil used or mineral water, it won't change after 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, maybe 1 year, it won't change. Why? Because microorganisms won't grow in a condition without any nutrients. But milk has nutrients. That's why we can see, we can observe microorganisms grow and it will metabolize in the milk and makes the milk become murky and it has foul smell and the color also turn yellowish. Thank you so much, Akil.
Teacher, I have one question.
Yes.
How about fresh juice?
What about fresh juice? I think we should make an investigation on that.
Yeah, okay.
Let's make this a homework for you at home.
I asked the question, you have to do the
Yes,
homework.
that I believe that is how we learn better.
Interesting.
Yes, when we do it ourselves and when we observe the results ourselves, then we will know for sure.
Irfan will try as well at home, right,
Okay,
teacher?
all right.
I'll show you the
get
result.
back to you with the result. Okay, last but not least, can we have Jay? Jay, what's your investigation?
My investigation is the suitable acidity for microorganisms growth. I always wonder how come pickled fruits I see people selling and eating don't turn bad even after months. So I decided to try it out for myself. I used an apple as my subject. I cut the apple into half, placed one in a container of water and the other one in vinegar. Yes, just vinegar. After a few days, I can conclude that the one in water has become all murky
Ooh.
and the apple has mold growing on it.
Oh, okay.
But the one in vinegar still looks okay.
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
Look at that, Irfan. It
Yep.
still looks
Therefore,
okay.
I can conclude that microorganisms cannot grow in a condition where without air and where the temperature is very low or very high.
Oh, what about the acidity?
yeah. How about the acidity? With the vinegar?
And as we know, vinegar is acidic. So
Ah,
microorganisms will not grow in it.
Okay. Thank you, Jay. So that is a very insightful investigation. Like he said, he wondered why pickled fruits you see people selling, they can last like 4 months.
Yep.
But even a normal mango, like the one on
On the table here.
yeah, you can see only for after a few days there are molds growing on it. So that's why Jay did an investigation. He changed the acidity, the condition where the fruits are put in. So he used apple, and it seems like yes, with the presence of high acidity condition around a fruit, he used apple just now. The fruit is still looks still fresh and no microorganism grow on it. But the one in the tap water, he said the water has turned murky, and also there are moles on the apple itself. So that is a very good investigation. Okay, thank you all four of my
Congratulations,
pupils.
everyone.
Okay, yay. So now we can make a conclusion that these 5 factors really do affect the growth of microorganisms. Do you remember what are the 5 factors we have just presented to you?
Yes, the
Remember?
acronym is TONA.
TAWNA,
Yep.
T-A-W-N-A.
A.
So what is the first T? The T?
Temperature.
Temperature, suitable temperature.
Second, air.
Air,
Presence of air.
air.
W, presence of water.
Yes, presence
And
of water.
N is presence of nutrients. And the last one is suitable acidity.
Yes, you are absolutely right. Irfan, I think I shall give you stars.
Thank you so much. And I will have Dennis stars too.
Yeah,
Alright.
okay. All of the pupils here, because they did their own investigations, they deserve 6 stars.
6 stars. Congratulations, everyone. Very well
Okay,
done.
so Irfan, I'm
Yeah.
still holding on you. Your words, you said you want to do the investigation about the juice.
Yep.
Okay, if you have done it, and then you shall receive your 6 stars.
All right, I will take that as a challenge.
Okay.
Now, we shall take a very quick break and I will find some fruit to make fresh juice and I will give it to you later. All right, I'll see you after this in DD TV KPM.